Bakit ganon? Kami may nakitang pattern, Madam Chair. And in fact, I was intently listening to Secretary Ralph because he's basically alluding to the same thing. Meron po tayong nakitang padron na ang tawag natin bawas, dagdag, habol, no, or budol for short, no, na nagpapaliwanag sa nangyayari. Ibig sabihin, binabawasan yung program funds at nililipat sa unprogrammed funds yung mga item, yung nababakante sa program funds, pinupunuan ng insertion, yun yung dagdag, tapos yung mga program funds na nilagay sa unprogrammed, hahabulin ng excess revenue, through excess revenues. So yun po yung bawas, dagdag, habol na padron. Okay, to illustrate, 2024. Step 1, bawas. Step 1. Next slides po. Next slide, next slide. Naku, nauubos oras. Step 1 po, step 1. Yan, okay. 2024, NEP. So, sinabmit po ng DBM para sa NPBF, particular yung item called lump sum for compensation, 89.9 billion. Nasa NEP po yan, DBM nang galing. Pero pagdating sa GAA, 1.009 billion na lang. MP, pang-sweld, nakalagay, lump sum for compensation adjustment, pang-salary increase. 89, naging 1 billion. Do you confirm, Secretary, na ganun ang nangyari? Is that for...
I'm not sure of the exact number, Madam Chair, yung 1 billion, pero I'm confirming na nabawasan po yung MPBF during that time, Madam
Nabawasan
Chair.
po, kasi GAA naman yan eh. Okay. So, ano nangyari dun sa pera para sa compensation? Nilagay po sa unprogrammed. Magkano po ang nilagay sa unprogrammed para sa salary increase for 2024? 40?
Actual release po is 45 billion for the salary increase, Madam Chair.
Okay. So yung program, may pera na, dapat nilagay sa unprogrammed 45B. Okay. So ibig sabihin nun, nabawasan ng 89 yung program, may blanco ngayon. Di ba? Anong ginawa sa blanco na yon? Diyan pumasok yung dagdag. So, step 2, dagdag. Ano yung nadagdag? Congress, pag-budget, Congress abhors a vacuum. Pag may espasyo, pupunuan. So, ano po ginawa? So, ang dagdag po ay, eto na, flood control, MAIP, AIX, AKAP. So, because of the time, nakita nyo na lang, basically, nadagdagan ng flood control, 50B, MAIP, AIX, etc., 35B, 14B. Okay. Habol. So, insertion. So, in other words, magkaugnay po yung bawas, yung binawas at nilagay sa unprogrammed at yung paglobo ng insertions. Directly related.
Yep.
Paano yung habol? Ano nangyari sa salary increase? May pera na dapat nilagay sa unprogrammed. Hinabol po with, next slide.
DML Tino.
Opo.
Time is up. Please ask your last question.
Yes.
Thank you.
Opo. PhilHealth funds. Okay. As you know, the DOF issued an order for PhilHealth to ano man tawag doon? To revert or to parang yung excess funds nila ay ibigay sa treasury, amounting to 90 billion pesos. Tama po, Secretary Recto?
Sumunod lang kami sa utos ng Kongreso.
Tama po.
Ang nailipat ay 60 billion,
Okay.
hindi 90.
DML
Okay.
Tino, that is the last question.
Okay, to wind up, Mr. Chair, so kaya po ang naging epekto, inintay yung pondo ng PhilHealth para mabayaran yung salary increase. Kaya po yung SSL first tranche, kailan po nabayaran? Usually Enero, pero for 2024, kailan po nabayaran?
August po. At,
August. So, retroactively binayaran yung from January. August po. Never pa po nangyari yan ever na pag may salary increase, January matatanggap na dapat, pero this time it was August. So, ang punto po ay yan po ang modus na nakita natin sa paglaki ng unprogrammed funds, no, at paglaki rin ng congressional insertions. And in this case, klaro po, ang nadehado ay yung mga empleyado who had to wait 8 or 9 months for their salary increase at yung pondo ng PhilHealth na yun ang ginamit. So ang tanong lang po, will we see the same pattern again for the 2026 budget? Sa bahagi namin, syempre, hindi tayo papayag na pangyari ito. Kaya nga, pinapaliwanag natin ang modus na ito. Let me hear.
Maraming
Chair,
salamat.
makarinig na lang po
DML
ng sagot from DBM.
Okay, one final answer from DBM. Tapos we move to the next.
ayaw po natin na mangyari yon, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you. Maraming salamat po, DML Tino. Thank you, Secretary Pangandaman. Susunod po, we call on Rep. JJ Romualdo. The floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Madam Chair, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor. I have actually 3 questions only, Mr. Chairman. Your Honor, first, I would like to ask a question to the Department of Finance. And may I ask if the Philippine debt to GDP ratio is at 60.70%, while we are mid-range compared to Malaysia with 70.4 and Thailand with 63.7. Other ASEAN neighbors are significantly lower, like Indonesia, Vietnam, and Singapore. Is this already a strong, stable position considering that our debt is rising? What will be our posture to reduce this ratio to below 60%, and what is our target by end of the term of President Bongbong Marcos in 2020?
Yes. First,
Your
I
Honor.
think it is manageable. As I did mention during our presentation, that we do have credit rating upgrades, number 1, which show that it is manageable. Number 2, we have a fiscal consolidation strategy. As I did mention as well, that we started at 8.6% deficit. It's down to 5.7. We intend to bring that further down in 2020 to 4% and to 3.1% by 2030. So yes, that is the fiscal strategy. And by the time your debt to GDP will be below 60%.
Thank you, Your Honor. Now, is there a possibility that the government, particularly the Department of Finance and Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, focus on collecting non-performing loans from government financial institutions like Land Bank of the Philippines and Development Bank of the Philippines? Because I think there were reports that in 2024, the estimated non-performing loans or NPLs across the banking sector is around 524.31 billion, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor. And how true that writing off or restructuring huge loans may be politically safer than pursuing its recovery aggressively, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor.
Mr. President, my understanding is that the Land Bank has NPLs of roughly 3.5%. That is within industry standard, more or less. Still very safe according to the BSP. And of course, it is the policy of Land Bank to be able to collect all the debts from its borrowers.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. And does banks set aside buffers to absorb non-performing loans, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor?
Yes, consistent with regulations of the BSP.
What is the effect on that, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor?
If it sets aside a buffer, then it is unable to lend more.
Yes. Yes, okay, Mr. Chairman. During the last Congress, we had several hearings in the House Committee on Banks and Financial Intermediaries. We heard of legal and bureaucratic hurdles in loan recovery. It was so slow-paced and costly for Land Bank of the Philippines and Development Bank of the Philippines. And there were rumors that there might be connections, thus complicating enforcement, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor. And considering that there was this question that we questioned that meeting that since 2019, supposed to be it was foreclosed, but it was not foreclosed, and there were negotiations, but the borrower never bothered to pay the demand letter from these two banks. And unfortunately, it's so unfair because this company or corporation are still doing business without paying the loans at the total between Land Bank and DBP was more than 5 billion, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor.
Yes, I'm not aware of any rumor, but if the gentleman has some information and data regarding a particular loan with Land Bank and DBP, feel free to give it to me, and I will personally look into it, Madam Chair.
Actually, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, Mr. Secretary, still continue being investigated, and we refiled this resolution, and we had that. And I should have told you before last Congress, but you were so busy. And we had these committee hearings, and I filed that resolution. And I really cannot understand that a farmer borrowing Land Bank, or if somebody borrowed from DBP or Land Bank, naka-collateral po yung bahay, sandali lang kukunin or kotse. Pero ito, wala hong nangyari. It's been 2 years already since I filed that resolution. Although they were taking steps daw, but I can't really fathom the answer na aabot na ganun, tapos nagninegosyo, hindi na nga nagbabayad. And one thing, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, naka-record po to during the hearing that one of the Vice President of Land Bank answered, Congressman, Your Honor, saan naman pupunta yung mga tripulante ng barko pag finorclose? Then I answered naman, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, saan naman pupunta yung nakatira sa bahay dahil hindi nakabayad after 1 year, finorclose yung bahay. Which is which? Mauna yung tripulante. Yung tripulante, sandali lang makatrabaho yun Pero yung nakatira ng bahay, foreclosed, dahil hindi nakabayad, ilan lang milyon lang yun. 1 milyon lang siguro, or wala pa. Especially if teacher yun. Pero ito, billions. 5 billion. And actually, kanina, Mr. Chairman, Your Honor, Mr. Secretary, kinausap ko sila. And still the same answer. So,
Yeah, please
I
provide me
brought
with
this
the details. I
attention.
will personally look into it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so
JJ,
much.
your
Thank you,
time is
Mr.
up.
Chairman, Your Honor.
Maraming
Thank you,
salamat.
Madam Chair. Thank you, Secretary.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, may we call on Rep. Elijah San Fernando. Sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair. Okay pa po tayo. Mabilis na lang po ito. Una, mostly naka-address po sa DepDev kay Secretary Balisacan. So since we are talking about macroeconomic assumptions in helping shape our national budget, along with all the growth and development targets, balik